Hey, hello there, good evening. Welcome to the Planet Cruise TV show. Jenny, it's Tuesday, it's 8 o'clock. Time to relax and book your next cruise. I am going to make this introduction really quick because we have got 10 cruises to get through. We've got a bumper show. Justin, nice to have you back.
Yeah, great to be
What
back.
a show we've got.
For me, it's the destinations tonight. I can't believe that we've got Japan, we've got South Africa as well. So if there's anybody that's tuning in from South Africa, then definitely stay tuned because there's some absolutely awesome ports coming up there.
Ruth is coming from Celebrity. We've got 2 Celebrity cruises. We've got mini cruises. So we're going to begin straight away, and we've got some great news with MSC to start the show. We've actually got, I love this price, we've actually got the opportunity to pre-register now. These go on sale on the 12th of September, but you can pre-register now. We've got prices starting as little as $199, and these are no-fly cruises from Southampton. So give us a call right now, and you can pre-register for cruises in 2021 with MSC. But we are going to start the show with a wonderful... Actually, sorry, I'm smiling straight away because we're going to start the show with my 2 favourite words. It's this week's all-inclusive. And this is a great 5-night cruise with Fred Olsen. I love the all-inclusive.
Wouldn't it be great? Every time we said all-inclusive, we had that little bit of music. I think we'll try that another week. But no, Fred Olsen is just one of those great cruise lines that, well, a lot of people's first cruises were on Fred Olsen. Those of you that like smaller ships will love this as well. And the fact that you've got some just great ports where both of them are overnight, this deal is just fantastic.
And actually, it's on the 17th of December as well, so a lovely time just to get away just before Christmas. Great prices on the inside, the outside. We've got balconies, we've got suites, and some great single prices as well. And a deposit only. So, let's begin. And just to give you a feel of Fred Olsen. I cruised with Fred Olsen a little while ago with my mum, and it was a really lovely, as you said, more intimate experience, smaller ships, no queues or anything like that, but great standards.
Yeah, and the fact that this is just under 44,000 tonnes is just superb because she's a small-sized ship. She's got everything that you'd want. You've got alfresco dining available from the grill. You've got the a fantastic wine collection, actually. They've got some vintage selections from all over the world. You've got the Neptune Bar, which is your entertainment venue with your lounge. So you have regular live music, cabaret shows. You've got the Lido Bar, which overlooks the pool, so good, good for when you want to get some fresh sea air. And there's some great theme nights that they have on board as well. So if you fancy boogieing away to the sounds of the 60s or the 70s, then you can do. And just accommodation-wise, just good quality, clean, what you'd expect.
And everything feels, I think it's fair to say, very British. Everything's in the pound, isn't it? In sterling.
Yeah. And the fact that you don't have to worry about the pound or the sterling because it's all inclusive.
That's very true, actually. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. You won't be worried about the prices of drinks at the bar or anything like that. They're always really good, to be fair, with Fred Olsen. But I had a lovely time staying with my mum. Food was great, service was fantastic. Lots to do. But I always think that, maybe you're looking to book your first cruise tonight. You don't want to do a big long cruise. This is a great kind of little trimey cruise as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and the fact that you're just going a short distance across the channel is great for those of you that don't like to travel too far.
Well, yes, no fly. So we're cruising out of Southampton, and we're making our way, of course, over to
Rouen.
Rouen.
Yes, this is the capital of Normandy, and it's about an hour's train ride from Paris. So if you did want to go into Paris, you could do. But for me, I'd stay here. It is absolutely steeped in history. The beautiful cold streets and the medieval buildings there. There's actually the site of Joan of Arc's burning. A little bit morbid, but if you like a little bit of history, you can go there. It's actually commemorated with a beautiful time-covered mounds there, so there's a lot of history.
I mean, I've never been, but it looks a very attractive place.
Well, the old buildings that are there are super old because a lot of this was actually destroyed in the Second World War. But there's just, I mean, if you like your food, you've got camembert there, you've got the beautiful velvety omelettes, oysters that are just so fresh. And also, if you like your history, is actually the site of the very first ever road race. It was the Paris-Rouen back in 1894. So if you want to do a little bit of history, then you can do.
You do know your stuff, doesn't it? where next then?
We're off to Honfleur. Now, this is, again, staying in Normandy and another overnight on board. Now, just look at that. Isn't it beautiful?
I've actually been here on a cruise, and it is really pretty, really lovely.
Yeah, you've got the beautiful bells of the Belfry St. Catherine, which is a wooden bell tower there. You've got the lovely harbour and the ports.
Yeah, I remember that.
If you want to go a little bit further afield, you can do some of the historic stuff with World War II and some of the landing beaches as well, and the D-Day landing and American Cemetery. If you want to do something even more historic, then you could go and see the Bay of Tapestry as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I just love the fact that this cruise has got 2 overnights.
So you're not rushed, you can really get to explore
Use
these lovely
the ship
places.
as your hotel, just pop ashore, have a lovely little meal, come back for some of the entertainment. It's just a brilliant deal to start tonight's show.
And then, of course, back to Southampton as well. Now, as we mentioned, you do get free drinks on this one, so it is all-inclusive. And just to remind you, smaller, more intimate ships with Fred Olsen. Really nice. I also think they've got a very kind of homely feel to them, but incredible standards. And only a deposit tonight. Jen, I've not been on a cruise for a few months, and I feel I need to get back on board.
You've got withdrawal.
I have. It's been at least 3 months. It's got to be. There's even obviously an onboard gym and things as well. In terms of what's included, well, we are giving you free drinks now, so free all-inclusive. You've got those overnights on board both ports there. Great single price, $969 for our solo passengers. And with it cruising out of Southampton, don't forget you can add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester from just £95 per person. That will give you breakfast, it will give you parking for the 5 nights, and your port transfers as well. Remember, it's a different phone number for Planet Cruise compared to Ideal World. It's 0808-250-2662. And the ID number for that one, by the way, is 207590. But it is now time to save you even more money with our early bird saver. And who's bringing us the early bird saver this Tuesday? It's the one and only Ruth, of course, from Celebrity. Good evening.
Lovely to be back with both of you once again, and I bring news of 2 new awards for Celebrity as well. Just last week, yes. We won Best New Ship for Celebrity Edge, which I know you absolutely love.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
And we won Best Accommodation in the cruise industry, so the best suites and staterooms. How fabulous is that?
You're going to have to open up some kind of, I don't know, museum to actually showcase these awards.
How's all the awards? That's right. That's right.
But Ruth, tonight, and I said to you, I'm thinking of booking this one myself for next year.
Yep.
The most amazing 2-week itinerary. This takes us around Scandinavia, Russia, Southampton. A £1 deposit as well.
It is. Did you bring your £1 coin
you know,
ready?
I think it's in the trousers. That just...
But he's like the Queen, he doesn't carry cash.
That's
but
it.
a £1 deposit.
That's all you need.
Wow.
And this is, whenever we do this on Ideal World TV, we bring you this incredible itinerary on this amazing ship with so many added value extras. It is normally the most popular cruise of the year that we do with you. And so you've got to be quick.
And the price is seriously amazing
Fabulous.
tonight. A £1 deposit is all you need to secure your place.
It is.
So, let's take you on board, because a lot is happening with the Silhouette room.
Well, yes, she's having a $50 million refurbishment before she comes back. But I love that quote about the incredible crew on board. They really do surprise and delight you. There's lots of alfresco dining options, be it at the porch for seafood or the Lawn Club Grill. I know you're a huge fan of our entertainment because of all the new shows that are on board as well.
I'm a huge fan of everything.
Well, that's very
but
true.
But the entertainment is outstanding.
Yes, and of course these now newly award-winning staterooms as well, designed by a team of 5 ladies, incredibly well designed. 85% of the ship is balcony. So that's why tonight, not only are we bringing you all the free drinks, the free onboard spend, the free gratuities, we're bringing you free upgrades as well.
And yeah, in fact, there's an upgrade where you will tell you about where
Even
you go from
a very special one.
where you go
but
from
here
Ocean
is
Beauty
the
Concierge. This is
lawn
lovely,
club.
the lawn club.
Half an acre of real grass. We do have a lawnmower on board, a gardener. You can play lawn bowls, croquet. We do jazz out on the lawn as well. We've got this wonderful pool area, but also we have a gorgeous indoor solarium as well, which you can see right there. So if it is cooler one day or you've had enough sun, it's lovely and peaceful there. This is Michael's Club, so the retreat for our suite class guests. See, these are some of the wonderful changes you're going to see when she's had her refurbishment. The spa, of course, and of course, Aqua Class. I know you are a huge fan of Aqua Class.
The biggest.
With the spa and Blue Restaurant.
I love all the new features, though, from the Edge Class ships.
Oh, they really are taking the best features and design and decor from Edge and adding them to Silhouette. She's going to look amazing. She really is.
And all that will be done in time for this trip.
It is. She's going into dry dock in January for over a month, and she'll be back here in May.
Wow.
All ready and waiting for you.
Well, this is an itinerary that I haven't done, so I'm very keen.
Pound deposit.
Yeah, or you and your partner, you'll need £2, but we can afford that. So, straight out to Southampton.
Yeah, and I've just got to point out this is actually one of the best-selling itineraries, particularly for celebrity, and the reason being is because you're going to Russia and Scandinavia. Copenhagen is your first port of call, and I'm telling you now, it's an overnight. There is no better place to go overnight than in Tivoli Gardens. It is just superb. I love the contrast. In the daytime, you can actually walk from the actual ship itself down these beautiful harbours, see the coloured buildings, go and see the Little Mermaid as well.
Yes.
You've got to do all these things.
That is also, that's you.
She is actually quite tiny and petite, actually.
She is
It's not
tiny.
as big as you think. But no, Tivoli Gardens is just fantastic. You've got everything there. I mean, there's a dragon boat lake, you've got the gardens, you've got exhibitions, you've got music, amusement arcades, festivals, concert halls, the Glass Theatre, the Harmony Pavilion, an open-air stage, the Promenade Pavilion, and that's just in Tivoli. I've got very, very fond memories of Copenhagen, so I'd highly recommend it to anybody.
Another day at sea to, see all of those brand new features on, of course, the Silhouette. And then it's Stockholm, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the capital of Scandinavia. It's just an absolute stunner. The actual city itself started life over 7 centuries ago, and it was a Viking stronghold, so you've got real history here. This is actually the world's first permanent ice bar was also here as well, so you've got that complete contrast of culture. If you want to go there, even in the summer, it's a crisp 23-degree Fahrenheit all year round. Yeah.
In the ice bar, not in Stockholm. Yes. But it's also one of the most spectacular sailings in the world. So if you've got your free balcony upgrade, be up on your balcony for sailing. It is spectacular and breathtaking because it's built on 14 islands.
Yeah, you've got all these little rocky outcrops and
Gorgeous,
little buildings and fishing boats. It's absolutely stunning. Then we're off to Finland. We're off to Helsinki. And, well, here, if you raise a glass, you have to say Kippis, which is the Finnish for cheers. I've got a few other Finnish words that I've learnt, but unfortunately they're not broadcastable. It is absolutely stunning though. The architecture is great here, and from memory the shopping is exquisite. I brought back some lovely cut glass crystal glasses from here, so you'll certainly enjoy that. Then we're into one of the highlights, and I know this is a port that you haven't done.
No, and I know every time we feature St. Petersburg, I mean, this is one of your favourites, Reece.
It absolutely is. Even the 2 days that you've got there, you can't see enough of it because you've got everything from palaces. Well, you know it better than anyone, Justin.
Yeah, I was going to say one of my things that actually surprises most people. I love going to the ballet.
That's what
I think the overnight at the
three
ballet.
times that I went to Russia and had an overnight in St. Petersburg, I actually went to the ballet twice.
Yes.
Live music, great performances. In the daytime, the markets are fantastic. You've got to go to the Church of Spilt Blood as well.
Of course.
Just what a great day. I would highly recommend though. When you book this tonight, just ask about the tours that are available because it is one of those ports that the tours do book up quickly, and we can help you with that as well, saving you time on board.
This will sell very quickly tonight as well. Now, another day at sea.
Yep. Which you'll need after 2 days in St. Petersburg. You will.
Any day at sea is magical with celebrity, believe me. And then it's Berlin, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's actually the port
Warnemünde,
of Warnemünde, which is, you can go on into Berlin, I'd recommend you actually stay in Warnemünde. It's a beautiful, beautiful town, medieval history. It's a place as well. You go down to the beach and they've got these old wicker changing rooms.
Oh, I remember you telling me that,
they go swimming every day. It doesn't matter what the weather is. And there's actually, if memory serves me correctly, there's a little bridge across to what they call the summer resort of Warnemünde, which is just beach huts and houses. It's like the Mudderford of Germany.
But obviously you can go to Berlin as well.
Oh, checkpoint Charlie.
Yeah. Get your passport and stats.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Then we're off to Aarhus, we're off to Denmark, and it's just absolutely stunning. There's a real youthful vibe going on here because it's very much a university town, and it's the second oldest and largest city as well, so plenty to see and do there.
Wonderful botanical gardens there as well, and the old timber houses that you can see. It's fabulous.
God. Yeah. 2 days at sea and then back into Southampton.
So I am very keen to do this one. The price is amazing tonight. Just to remind you what's included, it's everything you'd ever want actually with Celebrity. So it's the favourite offer, the free classic drinks package, $300 on board spend.
Correct. Now think of all your shore excursions for St. Petersburg. That will absolutely help you with that.
All of your gratuities, this is on Ocean View and above. We've actually also got a free upgrade from Ocean View to balcony.
We've given you that this evening.
If you go to upgrade to Suite Class, you receive premium drinks, also all the onboard spend, gratuities, and unlimited Wi-Fi. The itineraries, they differ slightly just depending on departure dates. And obviously, you can spend the night before your cruise in the Holiday Inn in Winchester. And price-wise, now, I was amazed, Ruth, when I saw these.
Yes.
Let's share them with our lovely cruise fans at home, because there's some big upgrades.
Well, yes, you can see the 13th of June is the lead interior price at $17.55. But I think the best one to point out is the 16th of May. You've got Ocean View at $2,435. But look at balcony and then look at concierge. You've got a free upgrade from Ocean View to a concierge.
I don't think we've ever seen that, actually.
No, we very, very, very rarely do that.
My eyes are on the Aqua Class, though, as well.
Yes, absolutely. Because you have your blue restaurant, you have all of the spa facilities. Aqua Class is just wonderful.
So it's a top-selling itinerary.
Yes.
I think we need to mention the drinks package because, for me, it's the best at sea.
It is. It's incredible value. It's available in every single venue around the ship. It's all of your soft drinks and bottled water, which is great for taking on all those shore excursions. And, of course, the specialty teas and coffees. But the list of cocktails is immense. And lots and lots of spirits, etc.
And just a quick look here, you get $300 on board spend. You could spend that on the specialty restaurants, the
yes,
spa.
Absolutely. If you're a foodie, go for a specialty restaurant. If you're an adventurer, go for those shore excursions. If you love the spa, you've got $300 worth that you could spend on massages and facials and manicures and relax to your heart's content.
Well, just tonight, we've got our eyes on the gel manicure. no, seriously, I'd spend my money on the excursions, but definitely the specialty restaurant.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
A man after my own heart.
Ruth, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
That is an amazing offer.
Get it booked. Pound deposit.
I've got £2. That's for me and my partner Jay. I will be definitely looking at that one for next summer. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. You're welcome.
We have got a second celebrity cruise coming up. Don't go anywhere. But it's time for this week's Hot Pick. And this week's Hot Pick is with Pullman Tour Cruises. This is amazing. It's a Canary Islands and Madeira cruise from, of course, Gran Canaria. It's all-inclusive, so that's your tips and everything. You've got flamenco shows, which are exclusive as well. They're going to be amazing. Return flights from London and a single price at $899. You're going to get to see places like Tenerife, Fuerteventura, La Palma, Gran Canaria as well. But that's a cheeky little one that's just come in at a price of $699, and that's a 7-night cruise. The ID number 184395, and it's the 30th of November, so some great winter sun. It is a busy show, so apologies for being quick tonight. We've got a lot to get to, some amazing deals.
The main thing to remember is if there's anything that you want to find out more information about, just give us a call and ask the guys and the girls in the call centre.
But we're going to move on to, this is another great one actually.
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
Great great cruise, but where are we staying first?
Well, we're going over only for just a 2-night stay in the Atlantis in Dubai. So this is just a great opportunity. I mean, there is your hotel. Well, I'm telling you now, from experience, driving in the taxi up to the actual island, because you can see the island that spans out from it.
There you go, that's a better view.
There you go. It's absolutely stunning.
And that's where we stay?
Yeah, that's where you're staying for 2 nights. So you're getting a chance to go out in Dubai, see the Burj Khalifa at night, and see the waterfall, not the waterfall, the water show, and it's just phenomenal. The shopping here is just it's disgusting. it's you can buy anything and everything. There's vending machines with gold. Wow. I'm telling you now. But no, on a serious note, the shopping is fantastic. The service here is just unquestionably high level. It really is. Even if you go to some of the other hotels, but the Atlantis, and then seeing the backdrop of the Burj Khalifa and the Burj Al Arab as well.
That's a way to start a holiday. But then you have got the most incredible 7-night cruise on board the Jewel of the Seas with, of course, Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, she's a lovely medium-sized ship, so we're looking at 90,000 tonnes. It's actually the sister ship to the Brilliance of the Seas, and this was one of the first Vision-class ships. So actually the facilities on board, as you can see there, from the water slides, the Windjammer Cafe, the Chops Grill, the Tides, the chef's table, it's just great. But it's where you're going to that really does count. So once you get on board, you're off to Abu Dhabi, and Abu Dhabi is just, again, it's the sort of the sister of Dubai. It's got that same flavour, it's got that same feel to it. It really is superb. Go to see some of the mosques, absorb the local culture, maybe take a jeep safari and head out and see some of the sand dunes there. It definitely is worth going. Then we're off to Sabana Yas Island. Now, this is a nature reserve. There is just literally hundreds of different species of wildlife here, and plenty of water sports to do as well. Really is fantastic.
Then you've got a day at sea. I'm just thinking the temperatures should be great at this time of year as well.
Oh yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. And then we're off to Muscat. Now this is actually a little bit of a contrast. This is in some parts small fishing villages and a little bit more of that sort of historic feel that you've got. So a really fantastic place to go out and see some of the forts, go and see some of the actual landscapes instead of being around the harbour. It really is brilliant.
And then you are in Dubai for an overnight to finish again.
Yeah.
So, and you would want to spend a fair amount of time in Dubai, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I spent 2 days. Was it 2 days there or 3 days there? Really, it's just so futuristic. It feels like you're on a film set. Wow. Even when you look at the metro system, it looks like something out of the future. It really is fantastic.
Again, one of the destinations on my wish list. Let's show you what's included on this one now, because again, there's an awful lot. The price is under £1,200, but you will get that 2-night Atlantis the Palm stay, and that would, see, for me, every time I see images of that hotel, they look incredible. A 7-night cruise on board the Jewel of the Seas. You're overnight aboard in Dubai, of course, as well, and return flights from London. A few different dates available. The lead date there is the 10th of January. So what a way to start New Year and get some fab. I always think January's quite a depressing month, but what a great time to get away and get some winter sun. Price-wise, we have got prices and different dates available. So we've got December dates. You could be away for... You'd be away for Christmas, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you would, if you go for December the 19th. Or we've got the January, February and March dates as well. Some great upgrades available. Not much more to go for an ocean view balcony or even the suite there as well. What a show we've got.
Yeah, we still haven't got to Japan. We haven't gone to South Africa.
Oh, no.
Second Celebrity Hill. There's plenty more. But what is that I can hear? Is that sleigh bells? Oh, is that church? Is it choirs? Is it? Yeah, it's carols. Yeah, it's Christmas.
It is.
I tell you what, have you ever done a Christmas market?
In this country, I have, yes.
No. Have you ever done a proper Christmas market?
I've done the Birmingham one. It was very nice. It was very nice, I have to say.
No.
It was very nice. But
I'm lucky that my in-laws, as they say, we've got a little bit of a tradition. We go away at Christmas or just before Christmas and do a Christmas market.
Do you?
And this is because they actually spent a lot of time in Germany. My father-in-law was with the forces, so moved around a bit. So the great thing is, Hamburg here, I've been there. I've been to the Christmas market. I will never forget it. It's actually where I proposed to my future ex-wife. Only joking. No, we're still together.
Future ex-wife.
Future ex-wife. It's a joke. It's a joke.
But so this is great. It's going to be magical. It's on the 5th of December. It's a lovely 4-night cruise. But also it's on board Cruise Maritime Columbus. I know Kat, our executive producer, is one of her favourite ships, isn't it?
Well, and for those of you that know your cruising, you'll know that before CMV and Columbus, she was actually P&O's Arcadia.
Yes, she was, wasn't she?
Was my first ever cruise ship that I actually cruised
so
on.
So you look and you can see many features that you recognise.
No, I don't,
really?
because it's been completely refurbished. So I'd get the sort of general feel of the atrium and
the general
lounge up at the top. Yeah, but she looks completely different, and she's got a lovely aft end as well with a deck area that we used to play deck sports. I'm not too sure whether it's still there, where it's been refurbished. But the great thing is, she was built for the British market. She's a lovely size, and I'm telling you now, Cruise and Maritime, they know their market really, really well. So it's just the little touches, but it's those things that count.
And I should say the price, because it is incredible actually, starting at $285. It's in a flash sale. The price is... And this offer finishes by, you've got to book by the 16th of September, so you've got 6 days to do this.
Oh, don't. I'm just wondering whether the Outlaws would like to go. wouldn't be a bad thing, would it?
Not at all. And for all of our solo passengers, got a great single price as well, $425.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're actually cruising out of London, Tilbury, aren't we?
Yeah, great for those of you that don't like flying or can't fly. So just a short cross the ocean. And we're into Amsterdam, and I mean Amsterdam, just a rich culture, rich history. Whether it's the canals in the daytime, some of the little cafes and the coffee shops, the windmills, plenty of museums from Van Gogh to Rembrandt. You've got Anne Frank's museum there as well. It really is a great cultural place to go. Then we're off to Hamburg. I mean, you can't get much more German than Hamburg. You've got the fantastic inland lake. The Ulster, which you can go around. There's the town hall with a beautiful sort of coppered roof, you know, the green oxidised copper roof. Some really modern buildings. They've got fantastic little bakeries and little sandwich shops that put ours here in England to shame. I'm telling you now, I remember seeing one. I got told off because I was trying to take a photo. And they're like, no, you can't take a photo in here. But Hamburg, the Christmas markets around, that's the town hall that you can see in the background. Not there. The
previous one, yeah.
And the Christmas market's there. It's full of glühwein and mulled wine and warm spiced ciders. You get the bratwurst, the bratwurst, the currywurst. You get those lovely little potato cakes with the sour cream as well. It's just...
You know you're going to have a magical time there. Day at sea, and then back to London Tilbury as well. So a great four-night cruise there. 5th of December, and as I mentioned, that single price $425. But let's just have a final look at the Columbus here. I mean,
that's stunning.
She's really beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah. Really nice.
But it's a festive flash sale promotion, so you've got to book, as I mentioned, in the next few days by the 16th of September. The single is only $425. And that works out under £72 per person per night, obviously for couples going. No fly cruise from Tilbury, so that means you can bring as much luggage as you like. You can even wear a few festive costumes then, couldn't you?
What, like a reindeer?
Yeah, you could dress as Father Christmas.
What are you trying to say? I know I'm putting weight on, but I'm not growing a beard as well. Deary me.
Maybe I should be Father Christmas.
You could be Elf.
No, anyway, from Cruise and Maritime, time for Luxury Corner, and this has just come in from Saga.
Oh, I'll let you do this one. It's more your...
Well, it is 50 plus as it happens, so I will do this one, and I'll be delighted to, because Saga have got incredible standards, and this is all-inclusive, so that includes your tips and Wi-Fi as well. You get free door-to-door chauffeur service or parking. You also get specialty dining at no extra cost, and it's a 15-night cruise. It's going to take you to Madeira, Tenerife, Lanzarote. Oh, you also get to go to Agadir and Casablanca as well. But, is an amazing price for Saga. It's on board the Saga Sapphire, and the standards will be incredible on that one. So very, very nice. But it is now time for this week's Destination Hotspot. Justin always does a little jiggle on that one, don't you? Destination Hotspot, a little...
Dun, dun,
but
dun, dun.
you move a lot better than I do, I'll tell you. But this is a seriously fantastic destination, isn't it?
Once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
It's a chance to go over to Japan, and the way in which, you know, it's not just a cruise that we do. We can put together packages where you get hotel stays, you get the best tours. And we say the best tours, the tours where you want to go. Yeah. You know, you're going to get a chance to see Mount Fuji here, go on a bullet train, see the Cherry Blossom Festival, which, you know, it can never be guaranteed. I do have to point that out there. But that window of opportunity and one of the most cultured festivals in Japan.
I would love to do that. I really would.
There's one other festival I would like to do actually in Japan, and that's the firework festival. But that's for another show. Yeah,
well, let's
great.
give you a little taster of the type of experience you're going to have.
Yeah, and you know, this just gives you an idea of how diverse Japan is. It's not just about the city centres. It's about the fantastic culture. And to go and immerse yourself and go and see some of the temples, see some of the geography as well, it just takes it to a completely different level. My experience in Japan started in Tokyo, yes. And Tokyo was just superb. It was as crazy as you can imagine. And I think that's one of the things, when you have been lucky enough to travel as I have, and as many of you have been, you know, so many cruisers, they've been around the fjords, and they've been around Europe, they've been to the Caribbean dozens of times, they've never gone a little bit further, and Japan is definitely up there on the list. It is just so different, and in such a great way.
And again, you know, while I'm able to, I just want to travel as much of the world as possible. But Japan is really on my bucket list right now, and I know it's so many of yours. Should point out, by the way, the price of this literally came down by several £100s early today.
Yeah, and you know, again, I'm going to point out the obvious. You know, £3,499 on our lead price there. You know, it's not a small amount, but this is a once in a lifetime trip. It is hotel stays, it is tours included, it is cruise as well, and you are going to get to see the best of this fantastic country.
What were the highlights for you when you were there?
For me, it was the robotaki. So there's a certain style of cookery where you have the two chefs and they shout orders at one another, and you know, when it's such a different language, and it was just the tone that they were shouting at one another. And handing all of the food on paddles, and they have almost like a market stall in front of them of fresh produce and some of the best stuff, you know, like an ice bed with some of the best seafood, tiny little crabs that they deep fry whole, and they just get this paddle and shout the orders and cook it and then serve it to you. The sake as well, that's strong stuff. But for me, in Tokyo, well, I'll save my highlight of Tokyo until the end, just because we're actually going to be going to Tokyo at the end of this cruise. So I'll save that till last.
So let's take you through step by step. And what we will say, this is a big itinerary. So we'll give you a little taste, but give us a call afterwards, and we'll talk through more detail.
Any questions that you've got? Any questions?
So we're flying over to obviously Tokyo first of all, and we actually stay there for 3 nights, don't we?
Yeah, hotels are fantastic here. You actually get a day at leisure, but you also get a full day of sightseeing in Hakone. Now, this is the famous Shibuya crossing, and this is one of my highlights. You've got to go there. But the fact of the matter is that you get a chance to go on the Hakone ropeway. Now, this is actually a series of cable cars that go up one of the mountain regions here, and you actually get to over 1,000 metres above sea level. You also get a chance to return then to Tokyo via the bullet train, and you actually stop right in Tokyo Station, so you get a chance then at your leisure to have a look around Tokyo that particular day and make your own way back to your hotel.
But again, I would love to experience the bullet train.
Bullet train, it just feels as if it's levitating. Well, it is, but it's just got this lovely sort of motion. And seeing it, I remember going from Tokyo down to Suzuka and seeing Mount Fuji just out the window.
Now, you were then transferred to port and you embark on the Celebrity Millennium for an 11-night cruise. And I love this ship, so it's one of my favourite celebrity ships, actually, the Millennium.
Well, I know Ruth
mid-size class as well.
Ruth was saying that there was 50 million spent on the earlier cruise. This has actually had $75 million of rejuvenation and revolution for the ship itself, and you know it's going to look fantastic. If you've ever been on a celebrity ship, then
well, I've been on the Millennium, but but she's
the revolution goes to sort of edge class. So this is some of the flavours of edge that have been taken from award-winning. That's just won awards. So you've got the Martini Bar, you've got the retreat
lounge.
Yeah, all of the best highlights, and of course you've got all of the usuals as well. So you've got your Aqua Class, you've got the Riviera Grill, the Albaccio as well.
That's new.
Yeah, the rooftop terrace.
Beautiful.
So again, you remember on Edge where there's the trees and the musicians, and just fantastic.
So let's give you an idea of the beautiful places you're going to be visiting as well.
Yeah. Well, the actual first port that you get on your ship is Shimizu, and this is for Mount Fuji. One of the things that is fantastic about this region is the lake region. There's actually 5 different lakes, and there's a whole host of different photographs that you can try and achieve, but they're very, very rare to do. There's Shiriato Falls, there's the Gotemba Premium Outlet Village as well, so if you like your shopping. There's an ice cave and the wind cave as well, which is part of a forest region. All of those I'd highly recommend. Just looking into today, I was like, wow, I'd love to do that. Then we're off to Kyoto and the port of Osaka. Now, the actual port itself, over the centuries, there's been numerous battles that have taken place. So a lot of the actual historic parts have been destroyed, but it was of such significance that this actual area was on the list for the atomic bomb. And they realised that it was such historical significance of temples and shrines that it was taken off the list. Now, when you're at war and it's taken off the list, that just goes to show you how much history is there. Then we're off to Kobe. Now, you've got the Harbourland, which is fantastic. You've got the Ferris wheel down there. There's some great museums as well. If you love artists, there's actually the whole wave of manga and anime art over there, so you can go and see some of that. But for me, it's one of the best regions of beef worldwide. Kobe beef and the particular variety of Wagyu beef. These animals, they are massaged with sake. I mean, if you want reincarnation, I'm coming back as a cow. There's only 3,000 of these actually reared every year. Then we're off to our next port of call, Kagoshima. Now, there's a fantastic peace museum here because a lot of the kamikaze pilots were actually based out of there. And then, Kochi. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead just a little bit further. We're off to Kochi. There's some fantastic sake breweries here, and some of the traditional markets and railways are the best preserved in this particular region. Also, some of the hot spring inns as well is good. Then we're off to Kagoshima. There's the Peace Museum there. A lot of aviation and museums here for that. Then we're off to South Korea. We're off to Busan, which is the second largest city in South Korea. There's the Mimosa Temple, which dates back to 678 AD. There's a fantastic fish market as well, the Jiao Chi. Hopefully I've pronounced that correctly. And the Tongdosa Temple as well, the temple without a Buddha. Then we're at Sisi, and then we're off to Aomori. And for Aomori, the actual guests will be taken to the Hirosaki Castle and Park, and this is where you'll get a chance to see the annual Cherry Blossom Festival.
That would really appeal to me.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Then we've got a day at sea before we go into Tokyo, and then you disembark your ship and come back to the UK.
Wow, now that is only a little taster, but as I say, please give us a call for more details. But that, I think that will be a trip of a lifetime. Just really quickly, I just want to run through what's included on this one as well. So you've got the 3-night hotel stay in Tokyo, you've got the Mount Fiji and tour there, and the bullet train experience, the Cherry Blossom Festival, and of course your return flights are included as well. But that really only touched the surface of that.
Well, we haven't had a chance to do it justice tonight, but please give us a call, and if you ever wanted to go to Japan, that was an absolutely fantastic deal, and a big thank you as well to the Japanese tourist organisation for the footage tonight.
But for me, many, many highlights. I'd love to see the Cherry Blossom Festival there as well. It'd be fantastic. But it is time for this week's river cruise as well with Viking Cruises, and this is aboard the Viking Prestige. And it's, again, I think I've never done a river cruise, would love to, but this is the most popular river cruise, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fantastic location, great ships. You've only got 188 passengers. And because these ships are designed for the particular rivers they're on, then it's perfect for sailing. They've actually got hybrid engines as well, which keep the running very, very quiet. So perfect for just enjoying that cruise along the river. Fantastic facilities considering that you're on a river ship. In fact, all of the staterooms are outside with river views, and in fact the upper and middle deck staterooms have got a French balcony as well. You get bottled water replenished every day, and Wi-Fi is also included as a standard. So really is fantastic. I've seen some of the operations as well in Budapest of Viking embarkation, and very, very well organised. But you're flying from the UK out to Passau, and well, this is actually at the confluence of the Inn, the Ilz and the Danube rivers. You get a guided walk along the actual narrow streets of the port itself and see some of the traditional houses in the old town, and also get a chance to see St Stephen's Cathedral. Then we're off to Linz. Now this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You get a chance to ride through the Czech countryside and also take a walking tour through the historic centre with some of the Renaissance and Baroque buildings. You also get a chance to have some free time that afternoon, maybe stop in one of the local restaurants for lunch. Then we're off to Krems. This is definitely a highlight. You get a chance to see the splendid Benedictine Abbey of Gottwig, which is a working monastery which has been around for over 900 years. There's actually an exclusive visitor programme at this particular port, so look into that one a little bit more detail. This is a highlight. I was chatting to somebody that's actually flying out to Vienna. Well, they've arrived today, and it's just beautiful. Go and see the Ringstrasse and the city walls. You've got the Baroque architecture of the world-famous Opera House. You've got St Stephen's Cathedral. You've got the Hofburg Palace. You've got all these beautiful, beautiful buildings and the great, great music. But you cannot miss, there's an optional tour here to the Schubern Palace, which is the Versailles of Vienna. Just Grecian statues, the oldest zoo, Roman ruins. It's just beautiful. Then we're off to Bratislava. There's a walking tour that's included with this, so you get the charming sort of culture of the capital of this particular region. And of course, this is where the capital actually borders two other countries of Austria and Hungary. You've got the medieval town as well, so you've got Michael's Tower, the Jesuit Church, the Gothic St Martin's Cathedral. It really is brilliant. But this is the highlight for me, Budapest, the city that's split by the river. On one side, Buda with the Castle Hill and the Fisherman's Bastion, and then you've got Pest as well. You've got the great Jewish quarter, there's a big student community, there's the Parliament building. This is beautiful. There's a lovely memorial actually from the Second World War with bronze shoes that stand along the actual side. If you come back down into town, you've got the great cathedral, and the park really is beautiful. And
then, of course, you disembark and you're transferred to the airport and fly back to the UK. In terms of what's included, now, it is obviously with Viking, so the standards are going to be absolutely incredible. But the price tonight is really low, and that's because you will be saving up to £1,000 per person. Plus you're going to get free gratuities as well, and the offer does finish at the end of this month. You also get excursions at every port as well. You're going to get to see Vienna's Opera House, St Stephen's Cathedral there, Hofburg Palace, and an organ concert as well. Yes, you get to experience that, and just a £1 deposit tonight on all 2020 Viking river cruises. They always sell really quickly, I should let you know, but you can reserve your place with just a £1 deposit tonight. Price-wise, all the rooms have a view, but if you can upgrade to the French balcony, that will be incredible. We've also got some great prices on the suites there as well. And dates from May of next year all the way through to October as well. But got to say, I really fancy that itinerary, really do. But we are going to finish with a real biggie.
Have we got a small one that we can just squeeze in at the end? 23 nights. How would you like to go to South Africa? We haven't done this itinerary.
We've never seen. We were saying in all the years we presented the show.
I've actually got a good friend of mine. Actually, I messaged just before the show, and I said to him, "I can't believe it. All these different ports." He's actually from Johannesburg, or Joburg, as he calls it.
I've been to South Africa a few times, actually. I had a great time. But what I love about this, you start off in South Africa and you end up in Dubai.
Yeah, via the Seychelles and Mauritius.
I know.
I mean, who's it for? It's perfect for you.
So, sit back. You're gonna love this one, I'll tell you. It's a biggie. It's 23 nights, but we fly you over to Cape Town, and you've actually got 2 nights in a hotel in Cape Town, one of the most amazing places in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely you have to go up Table Mountain. I mean, you've got the Stellenbosch Museum there and this beautiful wine region. Robben Island as well, which is a short ferry ride from Cape Town, which is the penal colony where Nelson Mandela was actually incarcerated for 18 years of his life. You can go out and interact and swim with the penguin colonies at Boulders Beach. Experience the splendour of one of the highest cliffs in South Africa, the Cape of Good Hope as well. And animal lovers, there's actually a cheetah outreach project, and you can see some of the other wildlife that are in South Africa as well. So you can see the carcals, the servals, the bat-eared foxes, the jackals, the meerkats, all of that. Then you're actually going to be embarking on board your ship, and it's just going to look absolutely stunning. But the first port is Mosul Bay. You get a chance to see Bartholomew Dias Museum, and well, there's a lovely old milkwood tree where the captains would often leave letters. There's actually a post box there, but I wouldn't post it because it might not make it there. This is all part of the garden route. Now, Mosul Bay to Storms River mouth, it sounds like it's going to be lush and green. It's actually dense forest and hardwood trees, but this is a really good area for outdoor sports and bungee jumping as well. Then we're off to PE, or Port Elizabeth. You've got Kings Beach, Hobie Beach, and the slightly sort of wilder Pollock Beach as well. It's kind of like California's Venice Beach with all these cool kids and cats on their surfboards and just, yeah, loving life. There's also the Elephant Park, Adwa, so you definitely got to go to
I'd love to do
there.
that, definitely.
Yeah, also features a museum and an oceanarium. There's a day at sea before Richards Bay. This is just north of Durban and south of the border of Mozambique. So straight away, this is Zulu country. And from South Africa, I was like, what sort of culturally... in the 80s, there was actually a TV show called Shaka Zulu, and if you haven't heard of this, you just got to Google it and see it.
I've never heard of it. No.
You can actually go to see a living museum of Zulu history here. So just go and release the inner Zulu in you, and just enjoy life.
Now
there.
we've then got 3 days at sea. You're going to be on board the fabulous Norwegian Dawn. I don't know if you've got some images just to give you an idea, but you will have 3 days at sea. And you know, people often say to me, well, what do you do at those days at sea? There is so much to do on board a ship. You know, you've got big choice of bars, restaurants, entertainment, but look at these venues.
I'd need 3 days after all those.
Well,
ports.
but you can relax in the spa. You can say just spend time enjoying your balcony at sea if you've gone for balcony. But ships are great on their sea days. There's always lots and lots happening, and a great variety of entertainment. Where's next?
That wraps up our South African adventure. Now we're over to Madagascar and Reunion Island. Now this is 30 miles of island. It's absolutely beautiful. This is just where you see local handicrafts, rum. There's a great canoe tour where you can go through the island's waterfalls here. So definitely, it's the Indian Ocean. It's just that sort of shipwreck castaway sort of style. Then we're off to Mauritius and Port Louis. There's bazaars, markets, fortresses and museums, and there's actually the Mauritius post office here where they have the blue and orange penny stamps. Now you've heard of the penny black.
Yeah, of course, penny black.
They're 2 a penny. These 2 penny stamps, there's only 27 believed to be in existence, and in 1993 they sold for 2 million a piece. They're actually there, so if you're a stamp collector, you want to go and lick it and send it. Don't send that one, definitely.
Definitely not.
But do you know what I love about the fact of the matter? The reason why that stamp is so collectible, it was actually a gentleman by the name of Joseph Osmond Barnard. He stowed away on a ship and ended up in Mauritius in 1838. That's not a bad way to get about, is it?
No, it's not.
Anyway, 2 days at sea, and then we're off to the Seychelles, and you get a chance to be overnight there. Well, let's just say that there's 68 pristine beaches. You've got a French feel to it. The British took over, and then it became independent in 1976. So, green-clad mountains, 68 pristine beaches. Amen. 3 days at sea, and then we're off to Muscat. Well, this is the capital of Oman. So you've got all of the fantastic forts and all the mosques there. We covered Abu Dhabi earlier on, so you can get a chance to see things like Ferrari World. You've got the Yas Marina Circuit there, the Abu Dhabi Mall, the Marina Mall, the Al Wahida Mall as well, Central Market. If you want to pick up some Persian rugs or antiques and Arabian textiles. And then, of course, finishing up in Dubai overnight. So you get a chance to see the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building. You can go to the Mall of the Emirates, the Dubai Mall, the Gold Souk, or the Burj Al Arab's private island beach as well.
I mean,
it's just 23 nights in about 3 seconds.
When you see them, you know, how much of the world...
I'm just going to check. I'm just going to sit down. Is that right?
Do you know, that was a great overview.
The viewers didn't see it. I've been pacing back and forth like an expectant father, just trying to get through all of them.
But they were great ports.
Can I lay down?
You can lay down. So much of the world
That
in
is
one
your problem. Well, 23 nights. I want to go on a cruise.
That is a great itinerary, isn't it? And something we've never seen before. So, just to recap, a 2-night Cape Town hotel stay. You will love Cape Town, believe me. Now, this is really important with NCL, Norwegian Cruise Lines. They've got this brilliant promotion right now, and it's called Upgrade to Free at Sea. So, from only £249 per person, you can add on 2 extra benefits. Now, that could be, you choose 2 of these, premium beverages. Now, that, bear in mind how many days you're on that cruise. It's a 20-night cruise. You imagine how much you're saving. So you can get the beverage package, the premium beverage package. You can choose specialty dining. That will be several dining experiences, Wi-Fi or short excursion credit. 2 of those for just another £249 per person. You've got all of those great overnight on boards in Port Victoria and Dubai, and return flights from London. Now, the date here is the 26th of February. 2021.
A couple of days after my birthday, if I make it.
Yeah, a couple of days after your birthday. So what you could do, just put a deposit down tonight, and then you can pay in instalments. So the great thing is you've got plenty of time to save and to plan and to pay for this epic adventure. I thought that was amazing, I really do, and highly recommended. We told you it was an epic show tonight, so what we're going to do is just recap all of the amazing offers. So we've taken you around the world tonight with Planet Cruise, but we started with a great little cruise, a mini cruise with Fred Olsen. I say mini, it's a 5-night all-inclusive French River cruise there on the 17th of December. So great, just before Christmas. You get free all-inclusive drinks tonight. Overnight board in Rouen and Honfleur there. Single available at $969. And don't forget, you can add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester from just £95 per person. That will give you breakfast, parking and port transfers. Just a deposit needed tonight. But that will be a great, great little cruise. Then Ruth joined us with Celebrity, didn't she?
Yeah, going to Russia and Scandinavia, one of the most popular itineraries. And with this, where you get free classic drinks, $300 on board spend on a stateroom, and gratuities on Ocean View and above. Free upgrades from Ocean View to balcony, upgrade to suite class and premium drinks. There is so much available on this one, and deposits from as little as just £1.
And just to remind you, look at everything here. If you go for Ocean View and above, you'll get the classic drinks, you get $300 on board spend, gratuities. We've also got upgrades from Ocean View to balcony, so you like to get a balcony if you upgrade to Ocean View. Some great upgrades to suite class as well. And as ever, you can add on a night at the Holiday Inn in Winchester for only £95 per person to give you breakfast, parking and port transfers. And then from Celebrity, we had that wonderful cruise with of course, Royal Caribbean on board the Jewel of the Seas. And this was this is where you fly over to Dubai, don't forget. You've got that amazing stay, the 2-night Atlantis, the Palm hotel stay in Dubai, a 7-night cruise on board the Jewel of the Seas, and you also get an overnight on board in Dubai. Return flights based in London, and the price there under £1,200 per person, and that's for a 10-night cruise and, of course, hotel stay in Dubai.
Then we had a fantastic Christmas cruise.
Oh, yes.
And when I say Christmas cruise, if you want to see the Christmas markets, then absolutely fantastic to go over to Amsterdam and Hamburg as well. Now, this particular cruise, this is part of the Flash promotion. So you've got to book it by the 16th of September, under £72 per person per night, and it's a no-fly cruise. There's a single special available as well from £425, just a brilliant price. But on to our next cruise. This was an absolute bucket list, wasn't it?
Oh, my word, this was. So, from the Columbus with Cruise and Maritime, we then took you on board Celebrity with the Celebrity Millennium. So don't forget, if you want to book the Columbus, 285 there. That price, of course, is only valid, that offer, I should say, until the 16th of September. But then we moved on to the Celebrity Millennium on board this stunning ship for the 60-night Cherry Blossom Festival, Hirosaki Castle and Mount Fuji from Tokyo experience. For me, to get everything planned and organised as well, to get all the best tours, the best trips, the most incredible cruise as well. What were the highlights for you, would you say, on that one?
Me, Shibuya Crossing. I didn't get a chance to see the Cherry Blossom Festival, but
that
you know,
would
to
be
go,
incredible, wouldn't it? Yeah.
It's epic, you know, and to see Mount Fuji from some of the best lakes as well. The cable car journey as well, in Hakone, just brilliant.
And again, you can just book that today for a deposit, and you've got plenty of time to plan for that and to pay as well. And then we moved on to our Viking River Cruise on board the Viking Prestige. That's the 7-night Danube Waltz, of course. And this one has got, don't forget, up to £1,000 per person saving. The price includes house wine, beer and soft drinks for lunch and dinner. Saving up to £1,000 per person today as well. The offer finishes at the end of this month. You'll also get excursions in every port as well. You get to see Vienna's Opera House, St Stephen's Cathedral, Hofburg Palace there, the organ concert, of course, and a £1 deposit. So again, you've got plenty of time to save and to pay that, of course, as well. And then finally, we did have the biggie.
Yeah,
23
nights.
Never seen before, have we?
South Africa, fantastic stays in Cape Town, not Joburg. But then you head over to the Seychelles, Mauritius, Madagascar, and then end up in Dubai. It's just a superb itinerary.
And I'm going to just remind you, the free at sea from only £249 per person, you can get 2 extra benefits. That's the premium beverage package. That would, imagine the drinks for 20 nights, how much they'd cost. You will get that included for that extra £249. And then choose specialty dining, Wi-Fi or short excursion credit as well. We are out of time. Give us a call right now. I know there's a lot to get through there.
Yeah, any questions that you got, please give us a call. We're open until 10:30 tonight.
Because our cruise specialists, they will team up. Just to thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think that's more ports than you've ever done in your life. So we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
See you soon.
Take care, but with Planet Crew.
Hiya, thanks for watching the video. Now don't forget to like, comment and subscribe below. Remember to click that bell to get all notifications. And if you're looking for more fantastic travel video content, like this click on the videos to the right hand side. It'll be really informative. Or click on the Planet logo to the left to go to our website for some fantastic deals. Keep cruising.